Hey up everyone, back again. Got another device here. This time it's the Samsung Galaxy S5, which was recently released as a successor to the Galaxy S4. As you can see, that Samsung has taken a bit of a different design philosophy with it. They've made it a much more premium feeling device. It's got this kind of texturized feel to it, which makes it more feeling like an expensive device. And after all, if you're paying £500 for it, you do expect a bit more premium. On the bottom of the device you've got the flap, which hides the USB 3.0 connector. It's flat because it's actually waterproof, the device, so you can take it in the shower, etc., like the Xperia Z1. But I don't think the flaps are as annoying as the ones on the Xperia line of phones. They seem to be more easy to take off usually. However, sod's law, I'm struggling to take it off now. There we go. So as you can see, you've got your connectors there, the USB 3.0, so that's a much faster transfer rate. It also protects obviously from any water damage. The actual build is similar to the Galaxy S4 in regards to the metallic band. It's a bit heavier though and bigger to accommodate the 5.1-inch screen, but it feels comfortable in the hand. It's not very difficult to get your finger around it, although it's a little bit taller than the Galaxy S4, which I actually have here. So it's a little bit bigger, as you can see, but to most people it should be manageable. It's not like the Galaxy Note dimensions. So when you turn on the device, you're greeted with a fingerprint scanner, which I've set up. This is quite temperamental. It only works about 50% of the time, but when it does work, it's quite fun to use. The screen is a full HD 5.1-inch 432 pixel density, so just put it this way, it's a fantastic screen. Not going to have any issues whatsoever with viewing angles. As you can see, like from that angle you can make out most things, and there's very little screen discoloration as you tilt it to the sides. Also in sunlight it's very visible, which is a welcome change because the Galaxy S4 is a bit bad in direct sunlight. But it's definitely a strong point of the device, the screen, and like before, you have the option of changing the way the screen appears. As you can see, the settings menu has changed, so I'm still getting used to that. But within the settings you've got the familiar adapt display, dynamic, standard, professional, photo and cinema mode, and when you change it to a different one it can look a bit more like a LCD display, less vibrant. But personally I do like the vibrant, cartoonish kind of display. I think it's quite a dividing subject of how people like their displays, but the AMOLED blacks are very deep, and they don't wash out like some displays like the Nexus 5. So the screen is definitely a high point of the device. And the auto brightness is also very good. It reduces the brightness in dark scenes much better than the Galaxy S4. as you can see, you can set it to be just generally medium brightness or lower brightness, still with the auto profile, so that's quite good. In regards to the specifications, you're running a quad-core Snapdragon 801 processor with 2 gigs of RAM, and the speed I think is it's either 2.5, I think it's 2.5 gigahertz, it could be, so it's blindingly fast at doing things. There's virtually no lag. Opening things is quick and easy. As you can see, more processor intensive things are just pretty much child's play for this. There's virtually no, the only real bottleneck is my connection, but it's a very high performance device. I run a benchmark test on it and it scores similar to the Galaxy Note 3. I was expecting it to score a little bit higher than the Galaxy Note 3, but I think most people aren't going to be any disappointed with the device. Yeah, the speed is much better than the Galaxy S4 in my opinion, which suffers from quite a bit of lag in different places, and that could be due to the optimization of TouchWiz as well. Speaking of TouchWiz, the software's gone through a bit of a change. As you can see now, you've got more different color schemes for the settings, and you have these icons for the settings now, which can be arranged in a grid or like a list. It could be quite divisive of whether you like it or not, but personally I think it's much cleaner than the settings on the Galaxy S4, which in my opinion is a bit ugly now, and harkens back to like you know, how it was on the Galaxy S2 still. So I hope that they bring this type of interface to the older Galaxy devices, because I think it's a step forward. TouchWiz in general is a lot faster on the Galaxy S5. Like everything's just feels more smoother, like when you're opening up stuff. That could be because of the latest processor as well, but in general I've been very impressed with the performance of it. You still got like all sorts of features that you may never ever use, but you've got some new ones which are quite interesting, such as the download booster, which I've been testing myself to see how that performs, and I've not really seen much of a difference in terms of my own speeds, but that could be because my data connection is not very good anyway where I am, so I think I need to move around probably just to get to see how it works accurately. As you can see up here, a little icon comes up when the download booster's on, which is like a Wi-Fi symbol and 3G symbol. So looking forward to looking into that into more detail. I think that's an excellent feature. In regards to the other features, I think it has a remote control as well somewhere in there, as well as the standard NFC, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, etc. It's got also some new power saving modes, such as the ultra power saving mode, which turns the screen to be something like the 1960s. It takes a while to enable because it needs to disconnect everything, but once it is enabled, you should see a black and white screen with very minimal connectivity. Samsung say that it can get the screen to the phone to last for up to 24 hours in this mode, but personally I've not had any issues with the actual battery life, which I find to be fantastic. It's much better than what it is on the Galaxy S4, and that could be because of the newer processor as well as the bigger size battery. The battery is actually quite a strange shaped one. I think it's rated 2800, but it's, as you can see, it's a bit different in terms of the shape. It's gone thinner, so that seems to me like a positive development in regards to how batteries are being made now. I hope to see smaller batteries but bigger capacitors in future put into other devices. You've also got your expandability as well. You can put a micro SD in there as well for more storage. It will warn you if you don't have the back cover on 100%, because it will compromise the waterproofing of the device. So you need to make sure that if you're going to take this in the shower with you, you need to snap it all in place. The actual back cover does feel a lot more solid than the previous version, which was very plasticky. But yeah, I actually like the dimple effect. I think it looks a bit ugly on the golden version, but on the black version it looks very professional. As you can see, you've got a new camera as well. This is a 60 megapixel ISO cell camera, and similar to the Galaxy S4, you've got a whole load of new, a whole load of modes to look into, such as beauty face, panorama, dual camera, etc. So a lot more features than the Nexus 5, for example. I've found that it focuses and takes shots very fast, and the pictures are very high in detail. I've not tested the low light effect of it yet at night, but I will be doing so. Also, interestingly, it shoots in full HD, which, hang on, if I go to settings, you could get lost in the settings on the Galaxy S5. There's so much you can change, but yeah, as you can see, 60 megapixel for the shots and Ultra HD for the video recording. I do find that when using the Ultra HD, it does seem to use quite a lot of memory quite quickly, so you have to be careful of that. But yeah, the camera is excellent on the device and is easily as good as the Xperia Z1, possibly even the Lumia 1020. There have been some reports of the camera failing for some people, but Samsung are repairing it free of charge, so I hope mine doesn't fail. Fingers crossed. The speaker quality is decent. You're not going to have any issues in regards to speaker quality. As you can see, it's let's get an example. Very loud compared to the S4. It seems to be much louder. That's just coming from one little speaker down there as well. Probably not as loud as a HTC One, but it certainly does the job. So the sound quality through the headphones is also very good, very clear, and comes with Samsung's enhancements, such as the ability to slow down music and make surround sound kind of sounds as well, so that's a welcome bonus. Yeah, I think that about covers most of the things that are new on the device. I will be uploading a sample of the Ultra HD video recording, but yeah, I think the real question is it worth buying at the moment? This will cost about £500 at the moment from most places. I'd say that if you're coming from an iPhone 5S or something like that, then it's definitely worthwhile, because it's like the top of the range Android experience, and you won't find any lag or anything which may have prevented you from getting the S4. But if you've already got an S4 or a Note 3, then I wouldn't probably recommend getting it right now, because a lot of the features may be carried over to the previous devices, and obviously it's a lot of money as well. But if you do need like a longer battery, then as well as the waterproofing, as well as the download booster features and things like that, then and you've got money to spend, then it's well worth it. I think Samsung's done a great job with the Galaxy S5. This has been a review of the Samsung Galaxy S5. I hope you enjoyed it. Cheers.